Hello everyone, welcome back to Fruition Garden. In today's video, I would like to show you all some of the fruit trees that we have growing here in our yard. And some of them have fruit on them, so I'm really excited to show you what they're looking like. We're going to start over here where we have this beautiful pathway, just some stones that we put in the wood chips. Just as a nice little walkthrough, a nice introduction to the garden. And along the side here, we have some blackberries. This is the second year of these blackberries. And as you can see, we have so many berries coming on, all different colors, all different ripening stages. And they are absolutely stunning and so delicious. This is almost ready to pick here. I like to let them turn a little bit darker because they're much sweeter, even though it's a little bit of a risk that one of the critters will get them, like this. This is what you don't want. That's a stink bug. And that, if you've ever had a blackberry with a very funky taste, it's probably because one of these little guys landed on your blackberry, and they have a gross excretion that comes out of their bodies, and that is what you're tasting. And there's also one up here that I caught red-handed that literally has a berry, and it's like sucking the juice out of the berry. I'm gonna leave it there and let it keep that, and hopefully that will keep it occupied so that it won't go after anything else. You know, sometimes you just have to choose your battles. Here is some more. Look at all of these. They're so amazing. Now this one is one that I would pick. Look at that. It is so gorgeous. That's the color that you want before you pick them. And there are just, I mean, this is absolutely loaded with berries. I put a cattle panel along the side of this walkway just for them to continue to climb down. And then beyond that is some golden raspberries that are no longer fruiting, but I see the canes coming up that are going to be fruiting next year, so that's exciting. And these are also so delicious. There's a new cane right there in the back. And I actually took some cuttings, so when I see like little ones coming out of the ground here, this one's nice and close to the cattle panel, so I'll leave it. But sometimes they grow out in where the stones are. So what I do is I dig them up and I put them in a little pot and I root them so that I can create a whole new plant. So down here, I actually have two other golden raspberry plants that after rooting them nice and strong in a pot, I transplanted them out right along the cattle panel. There's another one down here. And so these are going to be two new golden raspberry bushes that we're going to have. So really, if you want berries in your garden, you only have to buy a bush one time, and you can make as many blackberry bushes, raspberry bushes as you like. Over here, I have some blueberries. Look at these blueberries, you guys. Looking amazing. This is the healthiest plant that we have. And what I recently started doing was putting some lemon peels, like whenever I use lemons, I'll put the peels in the, ooh, look at this one. You can pick that one. Isn't that so beautiful? Full of antioxidants, so great for the skin, so great for the body. You just can't beat it. But here's the rest of the plant. And as I was saying, I've started to put lemon peels at the base of the plant since blueberries like acidic soil. And so I just kind of throw them right on the wood chips and let it kind of soak it up. And I think that has helped it a lot to get a little bit more green and strong and to produce more berries. Now, I don't get to all of these. The birds have been getting to a lot of them, but since I started putting a different areas of the garden, I started to put some water that I would just put inside of like a pan or a dish or a bird feeder. Not a bird feeder, but like a bird bath thingy. And they've been leaving my berries alone for the most part because they really just want the water from inside of the berries. So if you make sure you leave different water sources around your yard, they'll definitely not eat as many of your fruit. I think that's good for now. These I could have let stay on a little bit longer, these blueberries, but they taste really good like this as well. So there we have it. And we have two more. We have one here, blueberries on it. And then we also have another one right here. That's looking great, has lots of fruit on it. And I almost forgot about this one. This one was struggling and I actually moved it here. With blueberries, I learned that it's good to have them close to each other, like at least two of them close to each other so that they can cross-pollinate, and it just helps with producing more berries in the end. So you'll have more fruit if you put the berries close together, your berry bushes. Now we're going to head over to this part of the garden over here because I have some fruit trees growing over here as well. This right here, we actually thought this was a Meyer lemon tree, but it turns out this is actually a trifoliate orange, which is known to be an invasive species, but it is very similar to a lemon. The reason why it's called a trifoliate orange is because the leaves come in sets of 3, as you can see. Hence the name tri. And we don't have any fruit yet, but this tree has been through the ringer. I mean, we've had it for so many years, and this is its first time being in the ground. And it's beautiful. It actually got flowers this year for the first time, but no fruit. So hopefully next year we'll get some fruit. I'm really excited to try it. It's very astringent and not everyone's thing, but I'm excited to try it. It's like a very, very, very intense lemon. A lemon times 10, if you will. Now over here are 2 persimmon trees, and I got 2 cuttings from our neighbor who was so kind and gave us 2 persimmons. There's one back there, and this persimmon is doing so well. It actually got a bit of a disease on the leaves last year, kind of similar to how these ones look, but it was way worse last year. It is totally beautiful this year, and I didn't think it was going to come back, but we just made sure we put some organic matter in the soil, we put compost in the soil, and just prayed about it, and it came back. So moral of the story is, don't give up on your trees. If they're looking a little bit raggedy, or after a winter you're like, I don't know if they survived this winter, just hang in there, give it time, because a lot of the times they will come back. And this one looked like it was done, but I just left it there and it definitely came back, and it's looking beautiful and strong, and I can't wait to get some persimmons on there. And over here is a fig tree. This fig tree also did not look like it survived the winter. It's a Chicago fig, so they're supposed to be very cold tolerant, but it looked dead after the winter, so I almost pulled it up, but I noticed 2 little nubs on the stems that were really close to the ground, or the pieces of bark that were really close to the ground. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna leave it and see what happens, give it a little bit more time, and lo and behold, it came back stronger than ever. And we have so many little fruits on here, little figs, everywhere on this tree. There's like 2 back there, 3 actually. So I am so glad that I kept the faith and that I gave it more time and didn't pull it up, because I would have never been able to experience this. Last year we got 1 fig, but this year hopefully we will have plenty more. And this tree also smells really good. It's like a scratch and sniff tree. When you walk by it, or if you like rub the leaves, sometimes it'll give off a really sweet fig flavor or fig smell. So it's really nice to walk by this and smell it. It smells like, if you remember the fruity gum, the fruity pink gum growing up, that's what this smells like. It's so good. But yep, that is the fig tree. And then lastly, we have a pomegranate tree over here. This got lots of flowers, but I don't think we got any female flowers. I think they were all male flowers. So hopefully next year we'll have some more female flowers, or some that get pollinated at least. And on the bottom here, there's just some plantain that I have growing. I don't think it's taking away anything from the tree, so I left it there. But I'll keep an eye on that to make sure they're not competing with each other. And I just might remove it, but I've been picking plantain leaves from there to make salves for bug bites and stuff like that. So here is the pomegranate tree, and that is the last tree that we have here. Oh, actually, not quite. We have a moringa tree right here. This moringa tree had a tough time getting established because there were definitely ants living in the soil underneath here, but it pulled through and it's finally coming to life. And this will likely not survive the winter, but it grows really fast, so for however long our summer lasts, we'll get plenty of moringa from this tree. But yeah guys, that concludes my fruit tree and fruit bush video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you will tune into the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.